afternoon. Welcome to Center News. My name is Meylin Ayala. Thank you for your preference. And we start this Monday. 6 students have been killed in marina Spain.
Thank you, Meylin. Between Monday and Thursday of the week, 6 students have been killed. The last two incidents took place in San Salvador. The deaths in the sector and the park, 67 so far this year. The young man was killed by unknown with a branch right in front of the school of Montesino, Colonia Jardines de San Bartolo, the town of Ilopango. In fact, another school friends turned of guilt. Injuries as confirmed by the agents of the National Civil Police, who transported him to a hospital. The PMC has launched a search operation to find those responsible for the murder. So far in 2011, more than 100 students have been killed, according to the Ministry of Education, reported last month. In 2010, 52 students were killed. That is why El Salvador is the most violent country in the world.
In international news, Somalia continues in the poverty. Brenda expands.
People in Somalia have acclimatized with the concept of poverty. Approximately 43% of Somalian population live below the poverty line. Poverty in Somalia is more present in the rural areas than in the urban region. Two specific regions of Somalia, Somaliland and Puntland, have established into more poverty. Next of Somalia, the southern part of Somalia, where conflict and confusion face super insecurity. The food shortage, Somalia's economy suffered from the lack of people in infrastructure. Use of the poverty, absent of active central government, see ubiquitous natural calamities, livelihood and drought. Effects of the poverty in Somalia are malnutrition, marriage of the women are unified, Somalia lack enough family planning and health awareness program. Maternal mortality are among the highest, and 4 or 5 women die every day in Somalia. Poverty in Somalia is far flung. People are dying due to hunger and illness is steadily on the risk. The comparatively stronger section of the population can dominate the privileges and distance the agriculture, land, illness, and the surplus in Somalia. For the reason many people of Somalia have shifted their passes and moved away to a giant nation. In Somalia, where rental conflict has depleted the country's food supply, overtaken the food hit with a particularly devastating impact. 10 of the thousand Somalis die of the malnutrition. 3 million Somalis are urgent, and more than 10 million are at risk. The United Nations declared a famine using scientific criteria of the death and malnutrition rate. By early August, a group were trying to escalate the operation, and the United Nations began early flight every emergency food. But many seasons, I officially spoken in green tongue because one of the African worst humanitarian disaster in decades, struck one of the most inaccessible countries on earth, in Somalia, where the famine has been considered a no-war zone for years, a lawless problem that has claimed the lives of dozens of open workers, peacekeepers, and American soldiers, going back to the down barrel in 1993, spelling a legacy that has scared of many international organizations. The two parts of the South Somalia were famine was declared uncontrolled by Al-Shabaab is a brutal group Islamic.
In the spectacle, Lorena expands.
Well, thanks, Meylin. I'm going to continue with the news of the spectacle. I begin with the new most relevant. He is Justin Bieber. Justin and her girlfriend, Selena Gomez, hung out in Belfast. Selena Gomez held tight to Justin's hand as the two arrived at the MTV Voice dinner Saturday night in Belfast. The pair all smiled despite Bieber being haunted this week by allegations he fathered a child with a fan. The other news, Taylor Swift gets a new kitten. Taylor Swift now has the world's most adorable Roddy. The cat-loving singer introduced her new feline friend on Twitter on Thursday, posting a photo of it with a kitty curled up on a. She says, hanging out with my new roommate, Verily. She brought from being a famous equality cat obsession. This is all. Thank everyone.
Thank you, Lorena. And right now, let's go with you, Erick.
In the sports, the blue shirt and shoes received endowment insurance policy. The 19 members of the Salvador delegation that competed this year in Ravenna Beach Soccer World Cup received this morning a new award from the private sector. Paolo and Salvadorian Metapan midfielder was nationalized by decree yesterday and is entitled to wear the blue. Accounts do not go to the Christian. The debate over the number of goals scored by Cristiano Ronaldo at Real Madrid is open. In other news, there has been a lot year. Chironcito Burgos received his U.S. residency last week and eventually played in MLS in 2012. And other news, and Paramaribo by 65,000 the Blue Reds in Trinidad before completing the journey to Suriname. And Messi bets led war Zlatan, stop now, and DPA in action. And then Leo Messi's position on the court was the reason for the confrontation between the Zlatan Ibrahimovic in Barcelona coach and Guardiola, according to the Swedish striker in his autobiography, and become the stimulus for the flash of cameras, stage recorders, and television interviews members of the National Beach Soccer Spectrum become public today and receive recognition for their role in the global Renaissance 2011.
Thank you, Erick. I have a news the last hour. In Center San Salvador, one woman had been killed, and this makes a terrible tragedy. The best will be if that you don't pass on the Simmons Street Center. And also, thanks for following us in Facebook. Well, this has been all